Hi, I'm shooting without my chashma because I sat on it and you can imagine the consequences. It is physically disabled now. But that does not stop us from shooting video. Hi everyone, this is Devanshi and as I promised, I'm going to make a video on my experience with the PI sessions of Symbiosis. So I appeared for 3 interviews for SLS Pune, SLS Noida as well as SLS Hyderabad. So in this video I'm going to be sharing my experiences, how I handled the questions, what were the questions posed at me and overall everything that happened. I mean obviously I cannot recollect each and every question that was posed at me, but yeah, majority of it I do remember. Okay, so there are a few things that I would like to clarify right in the beginning. Number one, Symbiosis is not one of those institutes जहाँ पे you will feel कि okay, I have clarified the entrance and now PI is just a formality and you just go there unprepared. No, it does not happen. For Symbiosis, especially for SLS Pune, Symbiosis Law School Pune, you will have to prepare very judiciously for your interview. You'll get to know the reason once I start talking about it in detail, okay? And the second thing, I know there will be a lot of people who are going to tell me कि अरे इंटरव्यू तुम्हारे लिए कौन सी बड़ी बात है, you are तो a YouTuber, you are acquainted with speaking in front of the camera and it must not be a very big deal for you. It must be easy for you, but for us it is difficult. So please don't make any such comparisons. I'll tell you the reason. See, the reason is very simple. Whatever content I create on my channel, it is my idea, right? It is my script. It is my, what do you call it? Not, yeah, innovation kind of. And sitting in front of the camera is also not an easy task for me. Whenever I'm shooting a video, I'm always very nervous. Right now I'm very nervous. That is why I'm taking retakes. I take retakes in all of my videos. What are these cuts? What are these edits? These are my mistakes. But that does not happen in an interview. And in an interview, you are in a very uncomfortable zone. You are judged by people who are very learned and experienced and they are judging you for every move of yours. So it's a very different experience. It is nothing as compared to shooting a video for YouTube. So please do not make comparisons. Please do believe in me. It was as difficult for me as it was for you, or it is going to be for you. See, this video is coming out a little late because yesterday only I was done with all 3 of my interviews, and obviously before getting done with all the 3 interviews I could not really shoot this video. So I don't know if it is going to be helpful at all because a lot of people must have given their interviews already, but anyway, I'm still gonna make this, and I mean I just hope it helps out somebody or the other in some sort of way. And after watching this video, make sure that you also, in case you have taken the interview already, you share your experiences in the comment sections as well, so that others get benefited from it. And I don't know why my introductions are always so lamba, but okay. Let me begin with the Pune one. Okay, so obviously the basic things, I joined the meeting link and there was this person, this sir, who was checking our Aadhaar card. I showed my Aadhaar card physical copy, and then I was provided another link which I had to join for the main interview. And this I'm talking about the Pune interview. I gave the Pune interview first, then the Noida one, and akhir mein the Hyderabad one. Okay, so there were 2 panelists, both were females. And first of all, there was this ma'am who started asking me general questions like, Devanshi, tell us something about yourself and what really made you interested in law. And since I was a science student, so they asked me, why do you want to change your stream all of a sudden? By the way, I'm not going to mention my answers to these questions because number one, video बहुत ज़्यादा लंबा हो जाएगा. Number two, I guess, I mean, please don't get me wrong here. जब हम किसी और के answers सुनते हैं, more often than not, we try to copy those answers. I mean, please don't get me wrong here, but I do feel that way. I avoided watching a lot of videos based on interviews because जब मैं वो videos देख रही होती थी तो whatever answers they were providing, मैं उसी तरीके से सोचने लगती थी या फिर वैसा आंसर बनाने लगती थी. So I don't want you to do that. Please be very genuine with your answers. So I'm just going to tell you the questions, and of course you guys must be knowing yourself. कुछ तो पता होगा अपने बारे में, है ना? तो tell us something about yourself में उतना टाइम तो नहीं लगना चाहिए या फिर उतना सोचने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. So yeah, so they asked me these general questions, and also since in my CV I had mentioned that I have a YouTube channel, so they asked me a little bit about how many subscribers do you have and what kind of content do you create. And also I was asked that since you are into YouTubing and everything, those things are very addictive and distracting, so how are you going to manage this very competitive and very tough course of law? So these kind of questions were asked in the beginning, and then I was asked questions related to law. Was there anything else that they asked me though? Yeah, why have you taken a year drop and what did you do through this entire year? So this was the general questions wala part. After that, they started to ask me questions on like what are the COVID guidelines prescribed by the government, and that was the only current question that I got. Apart from that, I got a lot of questions on legal theory as in what is rule of law, what is the difference between parliamentary and presidential form of government, what is the difference between fundamental rights and DPSP. This question I messed up completely. They asked me the difference between fundamental rights and DPSP, but I started giving them the definition कि fundamental rights ये होता है, DPSP ये होता है, and midway I realized कि oh my god, I screwed up a little bit. So I quickly apologized कि ma'am, I'm sorry, I'm not able to recollect the exact difference. So the panel was very nice. They made me feel very comfortable. They said okay, no problem, we'll move into the next question. So yeah, all the three panels of Symbiosis, they were very friendly. They will make you feel very warm and comfortable, and you just have to be yourself and be very frank with them. So but ये था पूरे का, इतना ही था. And I was asked a lot of questions regarding the legal theories like defenses, necessities, defamation, sedition. So all these questions were also asked to me. So I'm not very happy with my Pune's interview, to be honest. I could have done better, but whatever happens happens. I mean, I cannot really do anything about it. It was my first interview, and maybe I was a little nervous, and that is why I messed up that one question, that DPSP wala thing. And apart from that, rule of law, I gave them the definition, but the thing is that was not the exact definition. I mean, the meaning was the same, but then again but okay, I was not able to answer every question correctly. Like majority of it I did answer, but I also messed up a few questions. So that was the honest account of my experience with the Pune's interview. Now coming to the Noida's interview, SLS Noida interview. So yeah, in all three of the interviews there were two panelists. So yeah, in Noida's interview, I was first of all, again, those general questions: why have you taken a year drop, and this and that, how were you interested in law, and where do you see yourself in 5 years? That was also a question which was asked to me. And after that, they asked me about in the Noida interview, they told me to mention 3 landmark cases, and I mentioned A.K. Gopalan case, Kesavananda Bharati, and Menka Gandhi versus Union of India. And then they asked me to elaborate about the Menka Gandhi case, and I did. I knew, fortunately I knew about that case. I was ready with the answer, so I could give them that. And after that, they started asking me about agreements, contracts, and when can a contract be voidable, and yeah, all these things they asked me. And lastly, they just asked me this general question that since you are from Odisha and Noida is in the extreme north, Odisha is a very nice, subtle, calm place to live in, but Noida is very polluted and it is not really also considered to be very safe for girls. So how are you going to adjust? So I gave them my answer. I told them that okay, obviously it is going to be difficult for me, but some certain compromises and adjustments have to be made for career. So that was there. And my Noida interview went pretty well. It was much better than the Pune one. So yeah, and then lastly, the Hyderabad's interview, the only negative thing about the SLS Hyderabad interview was I had to wait for almost an hour. My reporting time was 10:30 and the interview started at 11:30. I don't know if that happened with that must have happened with a lot of candidates, but in Pune and Noida that did not happen. My interview started within 10 minutes of the reporting time. So that was there. I had to wait for 1 hour. It was too much. But the interview was very chilled out. SLS Hyderabad wala interview was very relaxed and very nice. They asked me about since I had mentioned in my CV. One thing that I have observed about the interviews is that they meticulously check your CV and they kind of pose questions to you based on that. So you will have to be very careful about whatever you are mentioning in your CV and accordingly prepare a little bit. So since I had mentioned that I have been good at debates and everything in my school days, so they started to ask me ki, what are the aspects of debating that you like, and please elaborate any one of your debating experience. So I did, and then they asked me, you have also mentioned that you like reading books, so which is your favorite book? And then I told them the Diary of the Young Girl. And then they told me, what have you learned from that book, and why is it your favorite? What are the aspects of that book that you like? So general questions. They did not ask me anything about current affairs or legal theory in any way. So yeah, this was it. This was my interview experience with Symbiosis, and I hope you got to know something, a little bit of questions here and there about it. And I would say the best experience, the best interview experience in my case was with SLS Noida, because I believe I did really well in that interview. Pune I'm not very happy with, and Hyderabad was, matlab, they didn't ask me any uncomfortable, not uncomfortable, matlab पढ़ाई के बारे में कुछ नहीं पूछा ना, तो those were just general questions. They were just asking my opinions and my experiences, so it was nice and all. So that was it. And I know a lot of you want to know which college I have joined, which college. बाबा अभी तक कोई कॉलेज फाइनलाइज नहीं हुआ है. द लिस्ट्स दैट हैव कम आउट इन काउंसलिंग, आई हैव नॉट क्लैरिफाइड. आई हैव नॉट बीन अलॉटेड any seat in any NLU, because to get into any one of the NLUs, because I am from general category, right? I don't have any kind of EWS, PWD or caste reservation. So the thing is, you need a rank of somewhere around 1500 to get into one of the NLUs. My rank is more than twice of it. Yeah. So imagine, obviously I'm in a lot of distress right now, so please don't just go on asking me. Whenever a college is going to be finalized, I will inform you guys about it. I'm not going to hide anything. So that was it. And Symbiosis results are not out. Obviously I'm done with my interviews. You know the results are not out. ALET I could not crack. Yeah, I think that's it. Abhi ho gaya clear. Abhi don't ask me again. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll be back very soon. Bye. And I'm so sorry for speaking very I do this in my videos most often, because otherwise my videos are very lengthy, because I don't know why I do so much of buck. But yeah, you might just slow down this video a little bit and then watch. And I'm telling this at the end of the video, which serves no purpose. But yeah, bye.